All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Ain't no rules.
There is no plan.
No safety net.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Three Noes Podcast.
Oh, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Hello. Oh,
Hi.
hi. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Spirit Wolf, Sons of Kent.
Summersby, Parrot.
Yeah. Coffee Blonde.
Coffee blonde.
Yeah.
I think I've tried that one.
Yeah.
And it just tasted like coffee with beer in it.
Yeah. That for all intents and purposes, that's what it is exactly.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
or beer with coffee in it.
That was you know what? That was the exact beer, like, because it was one of the first times I had tried any craft beer.
Yep.
And that was the one that said, nope, not a craft beer guy.
Not a craft beer guy.
Yeah. No, I can't do that beer with notes of some other stuff.
Yeah.
Beer doesn't go with nothing.
No.
Except maybe I will, the argument for salted peanuts, you know.
But that's more of a snack on the outside of the beer.
I know, but that flavor matches.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it in the drink. And I'm sure somebody's done it.
Well, there was an old...
beer nut ale.
Yeah, there's an old Depression era drink snack. Guys that would be like working steel or anything like that, they would get a bottle of Coca-Cola and a bag of salted peanuts.
Okay.
And they would put the peanuts in the Coca-Cola because they didn't want to get their peanuts dirty with their grubby paws.
Right.
It's actually really good. I tried it.
Really?
Really. It's you just get a glass, you pour some Coke in it, then you pour salted peanuts in that, and the peanuts will float to the top, and it kind of affects the foam a little bit because of the saltiness. So it kind of looks unappealing, but once you take a drink and you get a couple peanuts and you chew on it, and the saltiness of the peanut and the peanut itself mixing with the Coke works. It's weird. It looks weird.
It is definitely one of those things that it's going to be hard to push the brain past.
Yeah. Like
it's going to be like, okay, here we go, and no, okay, no.
Hey, what's that over there?
This YouTuber Vivian tries Crystal likes.
Yeah,
she's a big fan, and so am I. She's adorable as all hell, funny. She does that all the time when she's about to do like some sort of experiment with like cleaning fluids or something.
Yep.
She's like, okay, and okay. And did you ever notice if she keeps stalling, and then when she finally goes, okay, what did you go? Always real quick. But she's strung it out for a few times.
Oh, I get that. There's foods you look at it, it's like, like squash is something I will not touch.
Really?
I just hate squash.
Really?
It all stems back to, as a kid, we would go to family reunions, and my mom, somebody inevitably would make a fucking mountain of mashed squash.
Yep.
And
mashed sweet taters.
No, not sweet taters.
Oh no, okay. Sorry. I'm mixing up my vegetables.
Yeah. So my mother would take a giant serving spoon and put like a pound of squash, and I was like, oh.
Yep.
And from that day forward, it is just like, I cannot eat this stuff.
I had the one thing from my childhood that I can proudly say I did work past a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
I worked past it, but it was the one dish where I still have a vivid memory of my aunt and uncle trying to get me to eat scalloped potatoes.
You don't like scalloped?
No, I do now.
Oh, okay.
I do now.
But
but when I was a kid,
it was a no-go?
It was instant gag reflex.
Really?
Instant gag reflex. But I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's just like boiled potatoes and cheese and soup.
This was, I don't know, maybe it was too oniony because onions are a big thing. Maybe it was the onion. I don't know.
That's a possibility.
But it was
right
an
there.
instant gag reflex. And they of course, They just think it's a kid being picky, blah, blah, blah. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing until I started dry heaving.
Oh, that tends to
Yeah.
back everybody off.
Yeah, I became one of those kids that, he wasn't breathing. Yeah, over scalloped potatoes.
Wow.
I remember that vividly. And I don't think I ever apologized to them.
Here's your chance.
And, well, and Janet, Uncle Kim, if you hear this, I do humbly apologize for my behavior that day.
How old were you?
I can't remember exactly. I want to say 8-ish.
Oh, okay.
7, 8-ish, something like that.
Okay. I thought maybe it was like a couple days ago, but
No. No, it's been a long time.
all right. Well, see, there you go. You've got over that hump.
Yeah.
Now you're a scalloped potato connoisseur.
I just don't shy away from it.
Well, there,
It doesn't come up all that often.
kind of like a scalloped potato sommelier.
I have appreciated a few good,
Hold the plate.
just about.
That's a good year for cream of celery soup.
We got other dishes that are kind of go in that same route that
Yeah.
work well with it and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, we have a classic. I want to call it a family recipe because Crystal got it out of like a local church cookbook.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Chicken Surprise.
The surprise is there's no chicken?
No, no, I don't. If I had to guess what the surprise is, it's the cup of white wine that is added to the sauce.
It's
I know,
only a cup.
I get that. I don't know, but it is. It's boneless chicken breast
Yeah.
in a casserole dish. We usually get about 6 into a dish.
Yeah.
Okay. You put Swiss cheese
Okay.
over top,
Yeah. The holes let the wine go through.
essentially, and then you mix a can of mushroom soup.
Yeah.
I think it's a full can or 2 cans of mushroom soup to 1 can of white wine.
Can or cup?
A can, you match the amount.
Oh,
Like
okay,
okay. It's like equal amount or like 2 to 1 kind of thing. And then you pour that all in there,
Yeah.
and then you take and this you can't get. So we have not made this since it's gone, but brown berry stuffing mix.
Brown berry stuff.
Brown berry stuffing mix.
Is that the only kind you can
That's
use?
the only one we used. That's what this recipe called for, and
Okay.
it worked perfectly. Now, we have not made it or tried to make it with anything else, so I don't know if like stovetop would work. Stovetop would definitely be a different flavor because this brown berry stuffing was very sage heavy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can add sage.
Yes, yeah, it could definitely be tweaked. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We just haven't tried it yet. But you put that over top,
Yeah.
into the sauce, so it kind of makes like a loose crust.
Okay.
And you bake it for however long. And
Traps all the liquidy
the
goodness under.
cheese melts and kind of gives a nice coat on the chicken, and the chicken stays. Of course, it's just so
Drunk.
juicy, and
The dog's gonna go crazy
oh
because this is Halloween when we're recording this,
yep.
and all the little ghosties and ghoulies are knocking on my front door, and it's driving the dog bonkers.
How's your neighborhood usually go for the year, like kid wise?
Mags and I had this discussion, and we went for a ride earlier, and we estimated we guessed at how many kids we were going to get. Mags guessed that we were going to get 15. I guessed 25.
Okay.
Before we started, we just had our 10th kid show up.
All right.
So
I think because it's my brother-in-law and my niece are outside doing, and they're big leaguing with full-size chocolate bars.
You're that house, huh?
They're big league in the neighborhood.
Big league in the neighborhood. Somebody down the street's going, fuck, handing out full cans of pop.
Yeah,
And,
especially if they would have seen what we gave our granddaughter and her friend. We gave them like a gift bag. like
my aunt used to do that.
Like we just went to the dollar store and just like threw things in.
Arm scooped a
Not
roll.
quite, no, it wasn't as candy heavy as you might think. But it did have like a full bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
A small bottle of Sunny D.
Okay.
A coloring book and some crayons. A purple frilly glitter skirt.
Purple frilly. This was something out of your closet, right?
I had extras, so
Well, there you go. Just handing them down to the granddaughter.
exactly. Yes, heirlooms, family heirlooms. And a little bit of candy and a little bit of chocolate, and there we go.
My aunt used to do that when we were kids. She lived across town, and my brother and I, before we got started doing house to house, my mom would load us up into the car, take us over to my aunt's house. She would have a goodie bag. She'd drop it in. Oh, you guys have a good time.
Yep.
And then we would hit her neighborhood because everything's nice and close together. Then we'd hop back into the car, come back home, and be gone for like hours.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I see. I would go out with my cousins usually until I got to a certain age. At that point, I had enough friends, like closer friends, that I did that. But for most of my early years, I was out with cousins on other side of town from where I lived. So I never knew what my neighborhood was like until I got to be young teen.
Yeah,
and it got to be interesting. But I did end up traveling a lot farther when I was local.
Yeah.
I'm getting older, a little stronger, whatever you want to say. But I started with different people, started going to different directions.
Yeah.
So, I made it all the way to Birdland one year.
Holy cow.
And I was on Sandy Street.
Holy cow.
So, yeah, that's a nice trek down McNaughton.
It certainly is.
I think that might have been my longest one.
My longest one, I would do this block, this like area blocks. Then I would go to the subdivision behind the Memorial Arena, like all that subdivision back there. Then I'd end up over by Indian Creek Public School.
Okay.
And working my way back down Tweedsmere.
No, you didn't have all that big division and all that stuff. That stuff wasn't there.
No, but it was like the houses were close together,
right.
And it was starting to get developed, but it's not as big as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But it would like go all the way out there, then all the way back, and I carried like a pillowcase. It would be full, and it would just like weigh 1,000,000 pounds, and it was all delicious candy.
Yep.
And it's got me to the point where I am right now.
You know what's ticked me off in all these years?
What?
Got to check the candy.
Nothing.
Got to check for the candy. Got to check for the razor blades.
Oh yeah.
Never.
No.
Never. Not once. Not ever. Not once.
There was a.
But of course, we got to do it.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
That one time.
Yes.
There was a. Did you see that meme? There was a bunch of memes floating around about mid-October about don't forget to check your kids' candy. They might find like a A10 warthog hiding in your chocolate bar and stuff like this. Anyway, like I said, it just some of the continually going through, and it was like a ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing trapped, like hidden in your kids' candy that could hurt them. Like one of them was like Rick Astley was in one of the.
Of course.
Yeah. So that one, like it was always an urban legend that somebody got the apple with the razor blades or the pins stuck in it.
Yep.
And it's never.
I do wonder, did it? It must have happened once, right?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, did it, or is it just an urban legend?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never investigated that one.
No, but everybody heard it.
Oh yeah,
everybody heard it.
Oh yeah,
and you said, "Don't forget, kids. Don't forget. Have your parents check your candy."
Yep.
It was fucking made up by the parents to get the dad tax candy.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yep. Yep.
The dad tax
Yep.
was paid.
Okay, then I must have missed a meeting. You know, that I don't remember that being in the handbook. So that had to be like, you know, when you get to that level, somebody's supposed to call you in for a meeting or whatever. You know,
Well,
and I can't even blame this on COVID because this was like, you know, 20 years ago.
I was just about to blame it on COVID.
No, this was 20 years ago.
True.
What happened? What happened? 9/11.
9/11. That would do it.
Yep.
I was going to say the switch over from analog to digital. The
Maybe
the handbook was didn't get scanned.
Y2K.
That's it.
Fucking Y2K.
That's exactly it.
Of course.
It didn't nuke the computers. It took out the dad handbook.
The one Gen X. That's the one Gen X date. Gen X was the only generation affected by Y2K.
Yes. Dude, that was such a... Movies. My cousin's husband was hired as an actuary to help make sure computers would be fine.
Mm-hmm. I remember all that shit. Yeah. I was working at Home Hardware.
Make sure your computers are shut off.
We had all sorts of updates come down on our systems. Luckily, our system was very simple.
Yeah.
There were only 2 computers involved.
Yeah.
Our cash registers weren't even like any sort of hardcore digital in any way.
A piece of paper.
It was
pencil.
very old technology.
Yeah.
Very old technology.
Y2K was that the start of our collection of apocalypses for our generation? Because we've had a couple attempted raptures.
Yeah, we had the Mayan calendar. I'm trying to think, was there anything before that?
Well, Cuban Missile Crisis, but that was more
that's
boomer.
Before us. Yeah,
that's a boomer
that's
thing.
Before us.
Solely Gen X apocalypses.
Was
Y2K.
There wasn't anything in the 80s?
Mayan calendar.
Well, I guess no, you can't. I was going to say AIDS, but that even though that's still a thing, and it's still, you know, the numbers are still a thing. It still exists.
That's still a thing.
But it didn't end up blowing up. They were able to get things under control. You know, we got smarter on this one.
Right.
We used it all up on AIDS.
One virus can get cured only.
Yep, that's it.
Everything else, good luck. You're
exactly. Look it. We punched our one ticket.
You're right. Now we're fucking saddled with this bullshit.
Well, now I have a different school of thought.
Uh-oh.
Now we're gonna have now we need the second coming.
Second coming of...
The second coming.
Oh, okay.
The second coming of Jesus.
Okay,
so he can die once again for us, and that gives us a fresh card.
Oh, dude, that just reminded me of a TikTok that I saw.
You telling me I wasn't the first one to come up with this idea?
No, but it wasn't that, but it was one of those ones, you know how when they kicked the door in and said, if I broke into your house, what would you do?
Okay.
Well, this one was Jesus.
Okay.
So Jesus kicks in this guy's front door and he goes, if I broke into your house, what would you do? And there was a couple, like it was duetting with a couple other people. And it cuts to a dude in a woodworking shop with a nail gun. He looks over and goes, I promise won't take as long this time. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh damn!
I was like, wow.
Oh wow!
He says like, oh, like I was laughing so hard that thing ran through like 3 times, and I just like, it gets funnier and funnier every time.
See, I don't mind hearing about it. I don't mind seeing the odd one, but I am glad I'm not going to see that one.
Yeah, Because it would pull you back in?
It could.
Yeah.
It could. That's one that would give me a chuckle on a regular basis, I think. For a little while, anyways.
Wow.
Yeah. Jeez. I do miss TikTok at times.
The only reason I put it back on is because I've been off this week on vacation and I was bored because Mags was working a bunch of midnights, so she's sleeping, and I'm just like, well, what am I gonna do? That kind of thing. So it was just sort of like sitting on the phone scrolling. It's like, God damn it! I fell back into that trap. And
man, that phrase has been coming up a lot. Just when I thought I was out, back in.
I try. I really do. I like the intention is pure and good, and it works for a couple days, and then I get bored, and instead of actually doing something creative or reading a book, I pick up my phone and just start scrolling, and I'm just like, God damn it, that's not what I wanted to do, and it doesn't matter. It just keeps happening.
Preach, brother, preach.
I've
been having a shitty week. Like nothing's gone wrong. This week was fine. Inventory seemed to go pretty good. Well, tomorrow is when we start reconciling and we find out how badly we fucked up. But I feel really confident in most of it. Like there's just the one area that we always have issues with is our conduit numbers. I expect there could be still a little bit of friction there, but all in all, I think it went really, really well, and I'll find out tomorrow. But I'm not feeling good about anything with myself right now. So I'm just, I don't know.
Is it a health issue?
Everything. It's everything.
Okay. Well, let's unpack things one step at a time.
It's the health stuff because a large portion of my health stuff is all connected with my weight.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing much of anything to do about that.
But we know you've done it before.
I know.
All it takes is a walk around the block.
I know. And I say this to myself almost daily.
You have your fancy smartwatch?
Not as fancy as you might think. It's not an Apple Watch.
Does it have an alarm on it?
No, but my phone does.
Well, set an alarm. Aren't you the one that told me or showed me that girl that ran up and down your block?
Yeah, she still does it.
Right.
Sometimes she's jogging, sometimes she's biking.
But she's out there every day, right?
Yep. I think she does it a couple times a day, actually.
There you go. You should take that example. Walk around the block. First thing.
I know. I know what I need to do. I'm just not doing it.
Set the alarm.
And that also goes with the other stuff, the creative stuff.
Well,
nothing. Ideas are flowing. Like I get ideas in the head, and I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm just getting angry.
But instead of getting angry, get active. First thing to do. First thing, walk around the block once. That is a check in the win column because you did it. You set that goal to walk around the block once. Walk around the block once. Do it again tomorrow. That's another check in the win column.
I know what
I know. Okay. But did you notice one thing about our group chat? There's a person missing off of Facebook now. Scammy deleted his account.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, I didn't notice that.
I did. Because there was a couple things where, you know how like it highlights a person's name so you can click on that name to go to their profile?
Uh-huh.
there was a couple things I looked at that, and Jeff's name was like
Really?
the gray.
Because he messaged about wanting more caramels, and I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to handle that.
But he still has Messenger.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means.
Okay.
But he has got, you can use Messenger.
Because Padre's the same way, isn't he?
Right.
Padre's
Well,
not. Is Padre on Facebook?
Padre is on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
He
yes.
just doesn't use it a whole lot.
Right.
So-
yes. Yeah, it's rare to see something.
Right.
Usually pretty interesting.
Absolutely. So but Scammy nuked his account. Straight up.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people starting to lean towards culling the social media off of all their devices. And if it wasn't for this show, I would probably be in that same boat. Really, realistically. Keep Messenger, but today I found the exact same thing. We were just kind of sitting around the house. Mags was sleeping, and I'm just scrolling, bouncing back and forth between TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and nothing is new. Nothing has changed, but I'm constantly just scrolling. And I have books I should be reading. I have a gym membership that I should be using. Yes, I have started to work out again because I was in the same boat that you are in right now. That day, the other day, when I posted something's got to change, or I have to change something. That after I posted that, I went over and I signed up at a gym.
Okay.
And I worked out because I knew shit was getting bad. And I had to do something about it. So getting up, getting that membership, going to do that first workout. That was the first workout I did since I broke my ribs.
Okay.
And it was very, very light. And I'm just like, okay, how's this feeling? That kind of thing. But I had to get up and I had to do something.
And how did it feel?
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Like it was,
You still feel something?
every once in a while there was a little tweak, but nothing. Like it was just a reminder like, hey, we're not,
Yellow.
yeah, you're an old fart. This ain't healing as quick as it was if you were like 20 years younger. So just watch what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was mindful of what was going on with my ribs. So it was a lot of cardio, super lightweight on machines.
Okay.
And I did an hour, 45 minutes workout. I'm like, okay. I woke up the next day. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't done this in a long time. And I've been very sedentary healing up. And it was just like, yeah, okay. You got to take it a little easy. Then we'll like ramp up. But I had to do that for me because I was starting to dig that hole. Mm-hmm. And I just like, okay, I caught myself. I had to get out of this. This nosedive was imminent. And I caught it before it got too bad.
Yeah, and I'm there, and I can't. I'm not able to pull up yet. I don't know why.
Just grab that stick and pull.
I'm trying.
Grab your stick, Jason. Pull. Give it a pull. Oh, wait a minute. That probably sounded dirty.
Because that definitely sounded like a Kevin Smith type thing. Did you hear the quote from Kevin that's in his book about Harvey Weinstein and Good Will Hunting?
No, I can't remember what he's...
At some point, Kevin heard from, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure he named somebody, I can't remember exactly, but Harvey Weinstein back in that 93, 94, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because Miramax had Good Will Hunting, and Good Will Hunting blew up. Mm-hmm. Was doing really, really well. Oscar buzz. Ended up getting Robin Williams an
Best supporting.
Best Supporting Actor Oscar. Harvey Weinstein had it pulled out of theaters just before it broke a specific threshold. I don't know if it broke $100 million or something like that. I can't remember what that threshold was, but there was a certain mark that if they passed that mark, not only would they be making more money, they would have to pay Robin Williams a buttload more money.
Oh, that's fucking...
So Weinstein had it pulled from theaters before it could break that threshold.
Fucking...
On purpose to fuck over Robin Williams.
That sounds about right.
Now you take that into consideration. That's early 90s Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And then you add in all the other shit that's come up now over the last few years.
Yeah.
He is the stereotype of the asshole Hollywood agent.
Yeah.
Like the true Hollywood asshole, that stereotype. He lives every ounce of it.
Yep.
You know, a sleazebag on every level.
100%.
Baffled me. Baffled me that he's a real like supervillain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. When you say it like that, yeah, he is a supervillain.
And then when you look at guys like Bezos or Musk, you know, they both of them, Bezos especially, it seems like he's one step away from, while he looks like Dr. Evil. The comparisons are made on one of the radio stations out of Detroit does Dr. Evil as Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the comparison's there. He's one step away from it.
He is. He is a Death Star away from being the Emperor.
I mean, I think he leaned into it with the design of his rocket, because he pulled the exact same gag Dr. Evil did in, I think it was the second one.
Yes. The giant penis-shaped rocket.
And they passed the word on, you know, the gag where it looks like a giant Johnson.
Yeah. Well, be the richest man on the planet. He can do whatever you want.
I get that. But when he turns around and activates automated laser satellites or something and puts us under his thumb, can we really say we're surprised?
No, you shouldn't.
Exactly.
No, nobody should be surprised at what any of those big tech guys does.
You just look at all these stories that we've been telling, and yeah, you factor in that the same stories have been retold over and over again. You factor, what if those are fucking premonitions?
Yeah.
History repeating itself.
Absolutely it is.
You're right.
So we just have to wait until Bezos figures he can push the big red button without any reprisals.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be like
when he builds his own orbital space station that he can fly up to and stay there permanently. That's when he's pushing the big red button.
I think that we're not going to know about. No. I think when you hear about some massive global televised event,
kind of like a pandemic.
No, I mean event like a Live Aid, like a global charity event
to help fight COVID.
Whatever this charity could be, okay, something massive. You have, corresponding events happening all around the world, all sponsored by Amazon.
Costs too much.
But if it happens,
co-sponsored by Pfizer,
maybe, it's very possible.
That's very possible.
Very possible.
Yeah.
But
allegedly,
when they do something like that, when Bezos is doing some sort of massive event like that, where he's going to have like all eyes on, that's the villain reveal right there.
Hello, I'm just Jeff Bezos talking to you from orbit. Release the dragons.
Something like that. Yes. Exactly.
Well, that can happen.
Right. So keep your ears open for some massive event from Amazon
Okay.
or from Bezos. Just
By himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some sort of like it's something that's going to get everybody looking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Now
Right.
back to your mental health issues. So I saw
That's
you
part
try
of
to
it.
deflect.
I'm paranoid. Okay, that's another one. So no, I'm just.
But here's the thing: your paranoia is wasted energy because you can't. Even if you did know what Jeff Bezos was up to, who's going to believe you?
I know exactly.
So you have this platform.
I'm going to be running around. It's going to be like Roddy
It's
Piper
made of
and They Live.
humans.
No, I'm going to be trying to get forcing people to smoke headband. To see through the lens that I'm seeing, like the sunglasses and They Live.
Yeah.
And
But-
you're the first one I have to convince. So obviously we need to find an alley.
Fight Club. To circle back to our conversation.
I really don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do Fight Club.
Why not?
I don't think I could. I don't think I can actually throw a punch, let alone take one.
I do know I have sets of boxing gloves here.
Of that, I have no doubt.
We will put gloves on you. We'll go out my backyard, nobody around, and you can take some pokes at me.
I don't think I can. It's like how Crystal's friends,
Yeah.
back when we were getting drunk on a fairly regular basis,
Yeah.
would always invariably late in the night, very deep in alcohol, they would all start jibing at me that I wasn't rougher with Crystal in the bedroom.
Well, there's only one way to fix that.
And I've tried it on numerous occasions,
No.
and I don't like it. I don't like hurting her. Even in that scenario, I get it. When I do it, it almost takes me out of the mood.
I got you.
I just
Well, do role reversal.
what?
Let her smack you around a little bit.
I'm down. I'm down to let her try anything if she's willing to just give me any contact.
Well, call her up right now. We'll put her on the air.
Oh hell! No. She did no.
Come on, right here.
No.
Right, you just plug that in the back of your phone.
Nope.
Honey,
No.
I have an idea.
No. Just yeah. I'm not in a good. I'm not in a good space right now. I'm back in the funk again, and
All right. We've identified this. So
I know I will pass through it. I don't know what it's going to take. Something always pops that it just it was just at one point just I woke up and yeah,
woke up or woke up?
just woke up feeling better. Like
Okay.
feeling like it just my mind wasn't on the things that it's normally on.
All right.
You know.
Now, what in your routine do you think you can change that might help?
I do need to walk or do stuff like that.
Okay.
That's a big one. Eating better. I don't eat massive amounts. I don't eat like a pig. I
Yeah.
just eat poorly. Like I don't eat healthier. I do snack a lot of nights too much. But
That's eating poorly.
I know. But
So-
I mean like meal wise.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we do get fast food on the once in a while, but usually it's better restaurant food.
Now, to do something completely different, sometimes extreme measures have to be enacted.
Mm-hmm.
Do intermittent fasting.
I have deeply considered that. Yeah, Kevin inspires me. He does. And I have deeply considered it. And I kind of sort of do it every day because when I go to work, I usually I get either a wrap at a breakfast wrap at Tim Hortons, or I know this one's horrible. I'm a griddle from I know.
Damn.
I know.
God damn, son.
They're just fucking delicious, okay? It's
I know
delicious.
it said during the lockdown you went into withdrawals for McGriddles.
Because they disappeared. They were gone.
Yeah, there was some sort of supply chain issue with that.
Yep.
So
that was the first one. That was the first one that hurt, and then the second one it didn't hurt so much as just really fucking confused me that I noticed it was the whole Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yep.
They just disappeared with no explanation.
Supply chain.
It ended up, I think they did come out just saying that, it was just a supply issue, COVID related, blah, blah, blah. But still, it was weird. Like, there was nobody talking about it anywhere.
Except you.
Except me. It's like I was the one who noticed it because there was nothing online about it.
And when I finally did get my hands on some, you poo-pooed the ones that I had that I put up to offer for you.
Yeah, because I already had some, didn't I?
No. This was because when I posted that picture, you go, where'd you get those? Because you hadn't had any. You didn't find them yet.
No.
Mags found those ones for me. I tried to sell them to you.
Oh, yeah. What were you jack the price to again? I forget.
Doesn't matter.
I know. Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. Capitalism is a real thing. I had the supply. You were demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So, but intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I when I have that from that breakfast, I don't eat again until 5 or 6, and so I'm going from like 7 a.m. So I'm going 10 hours. That's not really quite fasting, I'm sure.
No.
What's the threshold where it's considered fasting? Is it 12?
12 hours is like the bare minimum.
Okay.
A lot of people that I know do 8 and 16. They'll fast for 16 hours and they have an 8-hour eating window.
Okay.
So that's in that 8-hour window, you have to get enough calories to carry you over. Now, the whole idea is that the fasting window burns out a lot of the excess glucose in your system. It gets your body switched over to burning ketones and fats instead of carbs. That's extremely bastardized.
Does that get you similar to, what do they call that? Ketosis?
Ketosis exactly is what happens when you go. You have to be at least 12 hours in before ketosis can start.
Okay.
So your best bet is to do like a 16. That way you get into ketosis for at least 4 hours.
Yeah, I'd have to try and plot that out, how best that's going to work.
So
essentially, I'd have to start my 8 hours in the morning.
Or
I feel like I have to eat something in the morning. Like,
you don't really. You don't. You're not starving. You're not going to starve to death. You're just going to be a little uncomfortable. You have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's where I struggle the most.
But this is the thing that you have to do if you want to enact change. Mm-hmm. You have to embrace the suck.
Yeah, I know. I'm not able to push myself to start embracing the suck.
If you want to change.
And that's, yeah. See, that obviously says that I don't really want to, even though I say I do.
Right. Like, your words say one thing. Your actions are.
I know, I'm a hypocrite.
It's whatever. Not hypocritical. It's you're trying to counteract decades of training.
Yeah.
And the things that you've trained yourself to do. Now, it's air quote easier for me because I come from an athletic background where I've done stuff like this before. I've done crazy type diets before, and it's worked to varying degrees. I got to the point where I was doing intermittent fasting. I had a 20-4 schedule. So, and there was a couple times where I just completely forgot to eat for at least 24 hours. Like there's been a time where I got doing something and I looked at my watch and went, oh, missed my window. I guess I'm fasting.
Okay.
It's just a matter of discipline and how badly do you want it? You got to want it. It's almost like...
Yeah, but you also know what's in my house.
It's in my house, too.
Right out in front of your face at all hours of the day?
Okay, here's the thing. Nobody but you is putting it in your mouth.
I know, but it starts calling to me. They start
Ignore it.
singing and dancing.
Go for a walk. Take the dog, go for a walk.
You know, that it's...
If you're getting cravings, do 10 push-ups.
Well, the munchies don't help, and the weed is probably not helping anymore.
Well...
Oh, nope, I can't do that yet. I'm not ready to do that yet.
Okay.
I am fully well aware that I am a mess right now. I am completely aware.
Okay.
I don't like myself.
But, okay. In that situation, you say you don't like yourself. You know what to do to change that.
I do.
So, give your nuts a tug. Tit fucker.
Points for effort. I can't commit. I know I can't commit.
Why can't you?
Because I know I might not follow it.
So you're going to keep this loop of self-loathing alive and well?
For a little bit longer.
How long has it been now?
About
46 years?
No, at this level, it's
oh, no. Thank you.
Oh, I was looking at the board. Oh, shit.
No, I did too. Oh, no.
But I don't think that went out, so I think my brain was kind of not...
No, I think somebody just hit the light switch.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to shut the lights off
Outside.
out on the back deck.
Oh.
And wrong switch. I was like, oh. But...
Podcaster's worst nightmare?
Oh, my God. 50 minutes into a show, bam! Oh, no.
Yeah. And then good luck getting back on track, right?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of back on track,
I'm ready to switch tracks now. I'm not promising anything. It's
don't
there.
promise me.
I know. I gotta promise me. I know.
You have to think that you're worth at least a modicum of effort to change your position.
I know. I feel like I'm on vacation right now.
Then put your fucking boots back on and get to fucking work.
I don't want to.
Too bad.
I don't want to.
Then don't complain about your situation.
I know. I'll stop. It's like
that. Okay, that doesn't fix the situation.
I'm aware.
It doesn't fix it.
I'm well aware.
So
I'm well aware. I'm well aware. So, where'd you get off to yesterday?
Where did I get off to yesterday?
Yeah, you were going somewhere, you said. You said you had plans.
Oh, plans got changed.
Okay.
So, that, I said
but
it
you,
was...
You did get to the Mandarin at some point.
You did get to the Suns. So, it was 7:30, I think. My brother texted me, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nothing. And he goes, "All right, me and me and Amy are heading over to the Suns. I went, okay, sure, I'll go. It's okay, see you over there. And I'll tell you what I told Mags. On the way there, I got hit with such a feeling of anxiety
about being
about leaving the house and going there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Really. Like, it was bad. And I'm just like, I'm driving towards it. I'm just like, I like heart rate up, breath rate up.
I don't think I've ever gotten it. I've been out there all the time.
Yeah.
Day one, you know,
Yeah.
we
So,
pull back when we had to, you know, when at the absolute worst, but
Yeah.
otherwise, no, I was always the canary. I was the one who went in everywhere. So I've never gotten that feeling.
yeah. No, it came down to it really. I started to think about what I'd been experiencing. It is exactly 1 year since when I broke up, air quote, with my two friends in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
It's exactly 1 year today as
Oh.
we're recording this.
Okay.
So,
You've never really talked much about that. So,
no,
And-
nor will I.
which is fine.
Yeah. But it was, looking back at how everything has played out, I used to look forward to go out, but it's turned into a very anxious moment for me because I feel like I'm a bad guest no matter where I go. That's how I feel.
I don't understand why you would feel that way, but
Coming off of that situation,
okay.
that's how I equate it to.
Okay.
And it's just like, okay, if I don't do that, I won't get these feelings. So I just won't do that. That kind of thing.
Okay.
So there was that anxiety going last night. It's just like, this is weird. Because I've been to the Sons of Kent dozens of times. Hanging out with my brother and his wife. Well, forever. And I walked into that place. And it was a good sized crowd. And I'm like, okay, are they here? Oh, shit. I'm the first one here. So I had to find a spot. I had to establish where we were going to be for the night. And I'm just like, Then I sat there by myself, drinking my beer. I'm just like, I feel like every eye in this place is on me right now. So,
Yeah. I have not felt that because we've been out there, but I know other people who have.
yeah,
So
it was.
a lot of people developed agoraphobia and didn't even realize it.
That's what I think it is. Mm-hmm. I think it's a touch of agoraphobia, and it just all I do really is go to work, come home, go to work, come home.
People
work,
got
come
used to the isolation.
home. Yeah,
Your body acclimated to the isolation, and now that the isolation is starting to break,
yeah.
It's hard. You've now got a new phobia to get past.
Yeah. So, well, I was used to. I did a lot of self isolation when the world was wide open at the best
you
of
would,
time.
Yeah, you would. Run off on weekends and stuff.
Right.
Yep.
When the isolation was forced upon us, that's when it started to change.
Self isolation is entirely different.
Right.
That's you recharging whatever. Yeah. Forced isolation entirely different.
So, yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. It was a definite learning experience. It was the teachable moment, and it was like, all right, I recognize these feelings. I'm not happy with these feelings. But
I feel like you're going to be able to work past them.
I think it is going to be a war of attrition.
Okay.
So it won't be just like, oh, I went out to the bar on Saturday night. Oh, I'm good to go from here on in.
Okay.
So it's a matter of,
You didn't break the seal.
no.
Okay.
But I think I took a little chip out of it.
All right.
I recognize the situation.
One little finger in the dike.
One little finger in the. Oh, that can. Man.
Yeah. Come on now. I'm going with the fairy tale or whatever that was.
Fable.
Fable?
Is it a fable?
I don't know, something like that.
Whatever. But no, it was something that I recognized, and it's something that I know I have to work on, because that's a dangerous flaw to let take hold. So we'll see how this experiment goes.
Yeah. I think it'll be all right.
Well, I said I've dug deeper holes for myself, so we'll see.
So what got you to the Mandarin?
You bastard.
No, what guy? Well, no, I didn't take you there.
No. It was at the picture of you and Crystal when you went the first time. I was like, the Mandarin's open. But here's the problem. Last Monday, we took Taryn and Hunter back to London. We're going to be in London. Mandarin's open. We're going to go to the fucking Mandarin. Fucking right. Get there. They don't have the buffet.
Yeah, they do.
No, not through the week. Not in London.
Really?
Not in Windsor either.
Not through the week?
Not through the week. Monday to Thursday.
I had no idea. We just go on the weekends.
No. Monday to Thursday, you order off the menu.
Really?
Bring you little, small pieces.
Like sushi kind of.
Right.
Sushi size.
Sushi size.
Wow.
I
had no idea.
Yep. So we walked in there and we're like, the fuck?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. So I hopped on the website and it said the buffet is from Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. See, we always just go on the weekend.
Right. So I figured we're going to kill two birds with one stone, drop the kids off in London, go for lunch.
And you got a bad experience. The lesser experience.
The bad experience.
Okay.
It was traumatizing. I expected a plate full of fucking shrimp, and I got nothing.
I had a thought of going in there it'd be you, me, Shooter, Copeland, Nate.
Not with Shooter. No, because Shooter put himself in the hospital after a sushi bender with a diabetic shock. Situation.
Okay. Well, I just thought just to have a bunch of big guys.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing we do is just go grab the entire tray of ribs and just bring it to the table.
There was it me, Shooter, DB, I think Copeland. There was that was it the Rainbow Buffet downtown London. No. It's like a kind of by the bus station, kind of tucked in the back. It's a lesser known one.
Okay.
Really good buffet. We walked in there and we're just like, uh-oh. And the manager's like, you guys can't stay that long. That kind. So, yeah, we've had our share of laying damage to the buffet. Well, there was.
See, I talk a big game about Mandarin and all, but like I said, I don't actually eat large portions.
No.
But I do eat to full. But yeah. So when we went yesterday, and I posted that because that's what popped in my head when we drove up. Yeah. All you can eat by the Fat Boys from the movie Crush Groove.
Yep. There was me and Shooter were going to a powerlifting competition someplace. Kitchener, Waterloo, somewhere like that. So we're taking off in the morning. We stop off at the Husky truck stop just outside of London, north of London. They had a breakfast buffet.
Ooh.
Oh, it gets worse. Make your own Belgian waffles.
Okay.
Make your own omelets, or made to order.
Okay.
That kind of thing. At one point in time, between me and Shooter, we had 7 plates of food on our table and like a pot of coffee and a jug of orange juice. One of the waitresses that wasn't working walked by, looked at our table, almost fell over herself doing a stop double take. We just look up at her and like go back to just shoveling food into our mouths. And she goes like, "Holy cow!" I was like, "Yeah, it's all one price, so we can take all we want."
You know the buffet that I miss, and I only went to it I think twice. Club Lentinas.
I've never been to that one.
The Club Lentinas, they would usually only do it for like Mother's Day and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so good because they had the breakfast side, the basic breakfast stuffs. Yeah, they had the omelet station with a guy who would make them for you, and waffles or pancakes, I think. And like eggs Benedict. But then on the lunch side, they had like beef bourguignon and
prime rib.
Yeah, it was so freaking good.
The Country View Golf Course, they had a good buffet,
and that one I'd never been to.
Yeah, we've been out to that one a couple times, and they had like just a gigantic prime rib, and the guy was just like, "Say when?" I was like, "Did I say stop?" So. But yeah, it was going back. Well, okay, the Monday experience with Mandarin's like, no, I must erase this traumatic experience. So we looked at I looked at the website. I said, "Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday." Mags got done working midnights. She came home, had a rest, and I go, "Okay, you ready to go?" She goes, "What? Where are we going?" I went, "Oh, don't you be fucking with me, woman." So we ended up. We went to the Mandarin in Windsor, and fucking just so much food. And like the one thing that I remember they had, but they didn't have this time, was a red bean sticky bun.
That's only during their Chinese New Year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's only during the Chinese New Year, so I think it's only February.
Damn it. Shit. I guess I got to go back.
There you go.
Darn. But
pretty sure that's one of those ones.
Yeah, okay.
They do like 4 special dishes only available during that event.
Yeah, so we went in there and just like, oh yeah, now I remember. This is much better.
Yeah.
And I think I finished it with like a creme brulee for dessert.
I got a creme brulee. No, mine sucked.
Really?
Well, because what's the first thing you want in a good creme brulee? You want that crack.
Yeah.
Nothing. It looked like it should have had some.
Yeah.
Because there was browning. Nothing. I almost started crying.
You have.
I was freshly high, remember?
Yes, that's true.
I just smoked outside the car.
Yeah. So you experienced VIP movie going for
that wasn't even VIP.
That wasn't?
No, that was just Theater 1 at the Silver City on the north side of London on Richmond.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, reclining seats.
Yeah, aren't those?
I asked the guy, the only one that doesn't have that in their theater is the IMAX theater. And I'm like, fuck, because I want to come to the IMAX here. If there's a full reclining seats in IMAX for Spider-Man.
Ooh. Oh. 4D Spider-Man experience.
I don't think anybody does 4D anymore.
I
don't think they do that, or D-Box.
D-Box,
I don't think they do it anymore.
That's too bad. Spider-Man would be the one for that.
The closest one to us that I heard had it was Sarnia.
I thought London had.
No. London had VIP.
Yeah.
But Sarnia, from what I heard, it was the only one that had D-Box.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know anybody who ever went to it.
I haven't heard either. It's a gimmick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just another way to throw an extra $10 on the ticket cost.
Yeah.
So
But those reclining seats, that was nice. You know, watch
VIP. VIP is a great way to watch a movie.
Yeah, well, Shang-Chi
Yeah.
and Legend of the Ten Rings, good Marvel movie.
Mags
Good origin.
loves that movie.
It was really, really good. I liked it a lot. Is it top of my list? No, but solid middle ground.
Now
I'm starting to think I might actually start putting my rank together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think I might start sorting through it and try and come up with my rankings.
You got a decade's worth of
I know
content to
at
go
this
through.
point. I think we're up to 23 movies
Yeah.
plus the shows.
Yeah. Yeah. Eternals is not getting good reviews.
No, I see. I honestly, nothing about it caught my attention.
Same. It looked like whereas the Avengers was like it jumped off the screen.
Yep.
Everything that I've seen of the Eternals is just like meh.
To me,
it's
it
nothing.
screams-
It's like generic.
To me, it screams stereotypical.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Or not stereotypical, but all inclusive. Uh-oh.
Oh, it was a random text with a 6-digit number, but it was I picked up a prescription from Shoppers Drug Mart, and I'm on their texting. You know, they let me know when I get my monthly prescription.
Yep.
So they wanted the survey.
Did you like your drugs? I kind of need them. So, yes.
Yep.
So, no, the Eternals to me smacks of woke culture.
There is some of that, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't agree with any of the shaming that Kumail Nanjiani was getting.
See, I don't know.
So, do you know who Kumail Nanjiani is?
No.
Okay, he's like Indian, Indian or Pakistani, I can't remember. Comedian, really funny guy. He was on Silicon Valley. I've seen his stand up. He also did a movie that he wrote with his wife, and it was semi autobiographical because she got really sick with something when they first met, but he stuck around.
Yeah. You told me about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in this movie,
Okay.
and he got ripped for this movie, as one does when you're going to play a superhero in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
A la Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Well, he did. And people ripped on him for getting too ripped.
For getting in
For
too
getting
good a shape.
in too good a shape.
Because he started to fat shame the people that were going to watch this movie because he got in shape.
But he said nothing. All he did was do his job.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay. Lizzo got fucking shit because she did a cleanse. She announced that she was going to do like a 48-hour or whatever, a cleanse.
Okay.
And people lost their mind saying, "Oh, she's given up. She's just turning into a fat phobic, and she's leaving being a cultural icon for the fat or healthy at any size movement."
Okay. In other words, in their minds, she's worthless if she's not a big girl.
Right. Because she's a big girl and she is Lizzo, and everybody expects her to maintain her Lizzo-ness.
If she doesn't want to, girl, go get it.
That's the wrong attitude to have, Jason, because Lizzo is supposed to stay as a big person, as an icon.
If she wants to, sure. If she doesn't want to,
but you're wrong,
great.
Jason. She is supposed to stay in the idealized form that fits the narrative that these people want. And if you think, well, I am going to do this because it might be healthy, you're betraying that movement because you're saying the way you are right now is imperfect.
to those people that are thinking that way, fuck you.
Jason, that's fat phobist.
I don't
and racist and all the other ists and isms.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
You should, Jason.
No,
you have
I don't.
to.
No, I don't.
You could get canceled.
You have to have like
a modicum of
not
care.
being. You have to have like actually done something to be canceled from.
There's people who've been canceled for a lot less.
That's true.
So
that's true, and I've recently learned about one that made me so sad.
Who got canceled?
You might not like this one. Max Landis.
What? How the fuck does Max Landis get canceled?
I believe it's some sort of underage girls on a message board situation.
God damn it.
I believe that's the story. I can't remember for sure, but somebody mentioned that, and that hurt me so much.
But that's how celebrities roll anymore. It's because you get a certain amount of power and all this other jazz. God damn it.
Like it
just stop talking.
Now it makes me feel, here I am in that situation of Mr. Right. That movie, his movie, Mr. Right.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like, are you talking to underage girls?
No.
Is that what you are?
No.
Just like,
no.
I'm feeling like Max Landis over here.
No, It's like, I can't watch that movie now. That movie is fantastic and funny, but
was he doing little girls while he was shooting this movie?
But if he's canceled, I can't watch his stuff because it's been canceled.
Have you watched any Kevin Smith stuff after Harvey Weinstein got canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have.
Wait a minute. You mean that when you cancel somebody, their stuff doesn't just disappear?
Allegedly.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Quelle surprise, huh?
Whoa. Fuck.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you, Jason, but people still exist after getting canceled, much to the chagrin of the people that canceled that person.
Here I am. I'm laughing about this.
Yeah.
When it honestly, I never even thought of that. It's the first time I'm fucking actually thought of that. That the whole pointlessness of it. For some reason, that those words never popped up in my head in that order. That it doesn't make the stuff disappear.
No.
The only person who managed to make their stuff disappear was Garth Brooks. I can't fucking figure that one out.
He's magic.
He spent a lot of money to have all of his stuff scrubbed off of YouTube and whatnot.
Yep.
Because he started his own streaming service.
Oh.
It failed miserably.
Mm-hmm.
And you still can't find his stuff.
Yeah. Garth Brooks has a channel on Sirius XM.
Okay, so it's probably all there.
Yeah. So,
and I know I think he still has an exclusive distribution deal with Walmart. He got
well, there's Walmart's nothing to sneeze at when it comes to availability.
I believe he was the first one to do that. He got an exclusive distribution deal with Walmart.
Well, okay. You've got Walmart. There's not a whole lot of Kmarts out there anymore. Not a whole lot of Sears. I think Walmart's a pretty safe bet to...
Walmart is the safe bet if you can't get into Amazon.
That's true, too. But...
Amazon takes everybody.
Everybody takes everybody. But there's a lot of people still like their physical media.
That's true.
So, well, you look at that rapper Tom McDonald. He sells CDs, and he makes a shit ton of money selling CDs. So there's some to that way of doing business.
Yep.
So-
physical media, and a lot. It even gets to go so far as to be kind of nostalgic because you get you're seeing a lot of vinyl again.
Yep.
So
Well, it said Walter Flanagan and like the Tell 'em Steve Dave guys. They did like exclusive thumb drive. Like they put a pod on that,
okay,
and they were the first ones to make vinyl podcasts.
yeah.
And now, as one of the gifts for the Patreon, they made a cassette.
Oh fuck.
An old school
Yeah.
2-sided cassette. Wow. Get ready. Walter is making an 8-track tape.
No fucking way.
Yep, podcast, and is releasing it as a Patreon
Holy shit.
8-track.
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 Wow.
Somebody go. Well, I think it was.
Where the fuck do you get an 8-track player?
That was one of the questions. I think it was Johnson goes, "Where the fuck?" Walter goes, "I cut a deal with the 8-track company that works exclusively with Dolly Parton."
Oh, really?
Really? So Dolly Parton still releases 8-tracks.
Holy shit.
I had no idea.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. So they're going to do a podcast and release it on an 8-track tape.
Holy fuck.
So it's all coming back.
That's amazing.
Well, even like VHS tapes, the traders are coming back.
What was I watching? Fuck, what was it? Oh, I was going through on Amazon Prime today.
Yeah.
Didn't know. I had no idea what I wanted to watch. I was really kind of just seeing what's on Amazon Prime. I've never really dug too deep.
Yeah.
So I went under the Prime, what's free for me under Prime, and I went through Sci-Fi, and that had a long line, right?
Yeah.
I'm going through, and then we start getting into the foreign films.
Oh, nice.
And this one popped up. No, I cannot recall the title. I believe it might have been like Korean. It was definitely Southeast Asian.
Yeah.
Okay. But it looked entirely like it was done on an old VHS handy cam. And they were trying to go for like a classic Godzilla
Nice.
feel.
Yeah.
It was so low rent and shitty looking,
Beautiful.
and that's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
They got a lot of indie. They got a lot of indie special stuff up there.
Wow.
Did you know they tried to redo, or they had a short-lived redo of Elvira about 8 to 10 years ago?
I had no idea.
Because they have some of them on Amazon Prime.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
Did you see
They were
that?
like 2012, I think they were.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Oh, my arm.
I need that. Somebody posted a meme on Facebook. I thought it was fantastic. Has a picture of Elvira and a picture of Dolly Parton. It said, "Imagine, if you will, why hasn't anybody made this movie where Elvira and Dolly Parton are estranged sisters and they have to come together to solve a mystery?" I went, give me that goddamn movie.
Fuck yes. Both of them look amazing for their ages.
Yes.
So fuck yes.
Yes. So
Fuck yes. And just, you don't have to get too crazy with the hotness, but maybe just give us one cheesecake shot. Come on.
it's Elvira. It's Elvira.
I know.
She's walking cheesecake.
I know, but the pig in me just wants that little something extra.
A little more fan service.
Yeah, a wink to the old school fans.
There also we got this.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Jason.
Did you know that this podcast can be found on all the social medias?
Social medias.
Yes, like email, the number 3, noespod @gmail.com. We're also on Twitter.
Twitter.
@ the number 3, NOESPODCAST.
Very nice. And you can also find this podcast on just about every podcast platform out there, including Spotify, Google Play Store, and Apple Podcasts.
And Anchor FM. And I think we're on Carrier Pigeon.
Oh, absolutely.
And don't forget the Facebook page,
That's
the
right.
3 Noes Podcast.
That's right. Follow us there. See ya. You can also find this podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
The 3 Noes Podcast.
Yep.
So we got 2 fresh episodes up there right now. This one will be up there right away as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they said just trying to get the expanded
Throw it out there. Something.
throw it out there. Someone's going to get it. Like Spotify, getting us on Spotify was that's an Anchor thing, but
Okay.
just being on Spotify is pretty big because the reach that Spotify has
Okay.
is pretty massive. So it's just a matter of exposure trying to get us out there. But I said there's ways to hear and see, because with YouTube it kind of acts like a movie or a very long YouTube episode. So it's out there.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
Let's see here. Saw something the other day, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And yeah, it's a green note. Okay, shock, gasp, amazement. Put it this way: I am high. When I'm not at work, I'm high. Okay?
I think I know where almost all your paranoia stems from.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
so we were going for dinner at Wimpy's.
okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So now when she pulled in on the opposite side of Chuck's, and then came around behind and then parked.
Yes.
There was a guy, like one of the kitchen staff from Wimpy's, sitting out back on his break, and he was flipping with his phone, right?
Yeah.
The pose he was in reminded me of an image that I would have seen in my childhood.
The pose he was in?
The way he was sitting.
Okay.
Way he was holding his legs in his arms. So he had like one leg up crossing the other.
Okay.
Okay. But the way he was holding his arm in his hand. Well, he, at a distance, if you would not have seen the phone, you would have thought he was shooting up.
Oh, no. Really?
Just the angle that as we came up, the way he was holding his arms and with his leg there, it looked like he could have been just shooting up heroin. Okay.
Wimpy's obviously pays their cook staff way too much.
No, he was just sitting there on his phone.
Oh.
And then it hit me. Same thing.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely it is.
Same damn thing.
Yep. Yep.
See?
So let me smack that out of your hand and save you.
No, because it's my nose. I probably talked about this before.
Probably.
But it got the video I shared with you earlier, I don't know if it was today, about scenes in movies that were surprises.
Yes. Yes, okay. Because you were talking about Fight Club.
Yeah. So it was sponsored by the Fantasy Island movie that came out a year or two ago.
Yes.
Which I enjoyed when I finally did watch it.
Okay.
It is weird. It's different. Take it as its own thing. Don't try to compare it to what you remember.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing can compare. But
to you.
But it's on its own merits. I liked it a lot. It was funny. It was a little different, a little weird, tiny bit confusing at times. But when it all played out, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And now they've got this new TV show.
Yes, with a female Mr. Rourke.
Yeah, apparently it is a sequel. There is some sort of connection to the original.
Daughter?
I don't know. I don't know anything more about it.
Okay.
All I know is that apparently they're calling it a sequel series. So there must be a connection.
Is there a tattoo?
I don't know. I don't watch it. They came out with it. All I know is it's not the thought that I had. I had a thought that, given the premise of how the movie went, because the movie was R. The movie was definitely close in it got into horror territory with some of the graphic, like it got pretty gory.
That's very different than what I'm used to for my Fantasy Island.
Exactly, but it still worked on its own merits. I thought that would make a great like anthology series on like Netflix or something.
Kind of like a
It'd be
Twilight
like,
Zone,
yeah,
kind of
something
thing.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But traditional Fantasy Island style. You have people showing up on an island. Somebody's fantasy plays out. The thing is with the movie,
Yeah.
you didn't know. But
Whose fantasy?
in the end, you found out it was just one person's fantasy that got fulfilled through this whole thing.
Oh,
even
cool.
though you had all these relative strangers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was just one fantasy that was really playing out. Same thing.
One shots and
Each episode is just a one-off. You have somebody's fantasy play out, but when you're introduced to all these people, you don't know who it is. You don't know whose fantasy it's going to be.
oh, that's
So
kinda cool,
as you're
yeah.
watching, you're trying to figure, it's got to be following Ken.
Yeah.
No, it's following Tammy. But they could go in so many different directions with it. You can go dark and twisted horror.
Yeah.
You can go lighthearted and comedy.
Yeah.
You could go superhero. You can go superhero gone bad. So many different ways with it.
Yeah. Are they?
No, of course
Damn
not.
it.
But I thought that because of what they presented for the island,
Yeah.
and how the island operated, they could do something like that. Very, it'd be fun.
So is the island the same island that the cast from Lost was on?
I don't think it was filmed in the same place. No,
I'm not talking about filmed.
Oh.
Like,
no. It had some sort of like artifact, like a stone or something that would project and fulfill the wishes
Gotcha.
of I think there might have been a small ritual that they performed to start the process or something. But yeah, it was all based. There was this stone that caused.
so they did present the reason why.
They gave a source of the power.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Now and they almost lost that or whatever, but no, but still the premise could
Yeah.
work for a series like that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I that came to mind again, and damn, that could work.
There you go. You should be in Hollywood pitching ideas.
I'm a fucking idea guy, man.
Well, quit doing fucking ideas and start producing.
Oh yeah, the last note
Don't overskate that.
I hear. Well, I should have asked you to have things connected, but it doesn't work. You watched it. That Everclear video I sent you.
Volvo driving soccer mom.
Volvo driving soccer mom.
That was a funny little video.
2003.
Really?
That came off of their very last album before the band broke up. That band had problems, had issues.
Yeah.
And they had apparently there was a big blow up in Australia, like where fans were throwing shit at them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
At one point, it was they threw some. He got hit with some like a shoe or something while the crowd was singing him "Happy Birthday" on his birthday. Yeah,
I wish somebody happy birthday and be mad at
they-
the guy.
They spent like 7 years before they ever thought about going back to Australia.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Well-
that came off their last album.
That's like Rammstein stayed out of the States for 10 years after the arrests.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Yeah.
So where was I?
Everclear.
Yeah, so they came up with that in 2003.
Yep.
So the song it's all about where those party girls went.
Where do the strippers go?
Where do the strippers go? And,
Where do the porn stars go?
Yep. Well, now they're all soccer moms.
Yep.
The
Volvo
way
driving
they would
soccer
they would flip between the younger days and the older days, especially when she was on the soccer field and walking it, and it looked like she's going to give the guy a lap dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty neat. But the whole premise of that song, like I thought it was hilarious, and it very reminiscent of like Bowling for Soup's 1985.
Yes.
You know, that's all that nostalgia factor. But they kind of saw the future. Like I can point out a fact that kind of does prove what they were saying where they went.
Yeah.
So, but it's now. So they were only about 18 years too soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Where did all the porn stars and strippers go? They're all parents now. They're all suburbanites. A lot of them.
A lot of them. There was a Netflix series called After the Porn Ends. Mm-hmm. And talking about that very thing. Like, where do the adult entertainers, once their prime has passed, where they just don't have it for the screen anymore, where do they go? A lot of them become strippers. A lot of them find niche genres of porn to do.
So some of them get into some of the bigger ones get into production themselves.
Yeah. So like they stay in the business on the backside of the camera, which makes sense because I think it was that Jenna Jameson was one of the first like big time from a former performer to becoming a super producer.
Yeah, because she started with Vivid.
Yeah.
She created Wicked or vice versa, something like that.
She left Vivid and she started her own.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So she was like one of the first big name.
Yeah, definitely.
So it stands to reason. Like some of them, that's what they know.
Right.
And trying to parlay a different career. Like I think Sasha Grey has sort of transitioned to mainstream.
I've heard the name. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, she was a performer like I want to say like early 2000s. She was like the hot porn.
Yeah, I know she was a name in porn, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah, she did. What was the movie called? The Girlfriend Experience.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's kind of transitioned into mainstream.
Okay.
Film and stuff like that. It's like she was one of the very rare. Well, Tara Strong was one that kind of transitioned over. Who was that other one? She was in Kevin Smith's Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Yeah, because she was in Blade.
Yeah,
she had that whole controversy because she actually started.
She was underage.
Yeah, fuck. What was her name?
I was going to say Linda Lovelace. No.
Oh my God.
You're the porn aficionado. Connoisseur.
I should know. I should know this. What the fuck was her name?
Anyways,
I don't even know what to search.
No.
Getting
underage porn stars. Bet you that'll show up some real interesting stuff. Oh my god!
No.
Hello, Mr. Bayshard. Yeah, this is the RCMP. We like to talk for a second. So,
Trisha something.
Trisha Helfer.
No. No. Smoking hot.
Not a porn star.
But not a porn star.
No.
God damn it.
Well, Tara Strong, was she a porn actress? She did some voices for
I don't think she ever did porn.
No. Oh, damn. Can't remember. Anyways.
But when it's rare for them to be able to transition.
Yes. Because there is that stigma attached to.
It'll always be there.
Yeah.
How did we get to there?
We were talking about Everclear.
Yes.
Volvo driver soccer mom.
What I'm saying about them predicting this is just the sheer amount. Because the porn industry, even though it is still $1 billion industry, has taken a hit. And in a way where, it's still a multi-billion dollar industry, but that multi-billion dollars is a lot more diversified now.
Yeah, the porn industry has become a DIY.
Exactly. Because the sheer amount of amateur porn.
Yes.
That's where your former porn stars went.
And it's not just the amateur porn star. It's the platforms that are available to those amateur porn.
Shake a stick in any direction.
Well,
You put one wrong letter on any web address, and you're going to wind up at a porn site.
yeah.
One wrong letter.
I had to laugh. OnlyFans, did you see this bold move on OnlyFans?
What did they do this time?
OnlyFans says they're now going to ban pornography.
No, they changed that.
Yeah, because there was such a vicious
Yeah,
backlash.
they announced that a couple months ago, and they switched it like a week later.
Right.
Not even a week.
Because that place was built on amateur pornography.
Exactly.
And now, listen, that was the same thing. They tried to do the YouTube thing because YouTube was the Wild West for the longest time, and all of a sudden, big time monetization came into YouTube, and YouTube was firing their controversial creators out of there like there was no tomorrow. Even though it was those controversial creators that helped build YouTube to that point. And now OnlyFans is going like, we can do that too. And I'm going, you're not nearly as big as YouTube. And that was like one of their biggest mistakes. And they caught the rightful wrath of all their content creators for it. So
They talk about not so good people. Yeah. Got I'm a little sad. I told you about the show I was taking my boys to see. Gus Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting a refund.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, he might just be canceling the whole tour. He's already canceled the first chunk of dates. Yeah, some stuff come out that he's not a good guy.
Did he get Me Too'd?
No. This is kind of worse. So he's had a girlfriend. Her name is Sabrina.
Teenage witch?
No. They've been together, I think Xander said about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
At some point, not recently, but it's only been 4 or 5 years. At some point, she got pregnant.
Okay.
And there were complications.
Yeah.
I can't remember the term, but essentially she could have died.
Oh.
Her and the baby would have died.
Yeah.
Something that was going to take them both down. So they were able to save, they were able to save her.
Okay.
But she was very sick, needed a lot of help, and he did nothing.
Oh. What?
He did nothing, and apparently he said something about, he was angry about her getting pregnant at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy sounds like a piece of work.
Then most recently, what set this off is she had some other health condition come up.
Okay.
Where she was down for the count for a few days or whatever, and again, he did absolutely nothing to help her at all.
Wow. What the?
He was too busy to go do his Twitch stream where he opens Pokemon cards.
Okay.
To help his girlfriend who with some sort of where she needs help, like bedside assistance.
Oh, see.
She discussed this on a video that she posted to all her platforms. She didn't name names because she did break up with him.
Yeah.
She did leave him. She didn't name names, but everybody could put 2 and 2 together. It wasn't hard. And then he released an apology statement, just a picture of the statement. No official video or anything. He has stepped away from his podcast that he does with his friend. And he's canceled the beginnings of his tour dates. So it's not a case of she said, he said. It's a case of she said and he said, yep.
Wow. That falls under the never meet your heroes.
Yeah, very
category.
much so, because this guy, I might be heavy-handed throwing it around, but fucking comedic genius. He had some of the funniest shit on YouTube, man. Like I subscribe to his channel. Like I don't subscribe to a whole lot of channels.
There's it's always been said, good comedians are broken in some fashion.
Oh yeah, definitely. I still have the documentary. I've been thinking about revisiting it. Misery Loves Comedy.
Yeah.
And it's all about that. It was made by Kevin Pollak, where he interviews various comedians and they talk about the issues that they all deal with.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, of course, are depression and anxiety.
Yeah. So
Yep.
there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, on that note.
Game over, man. It's game over.
This has been the Three Nose
Yeah, hit another
Podcast.
pothole.
Thank you for listening.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.